Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 2023 Virtual Impact Unleashed, hosted by the Pet Sustainability Coalition. I'm Caitlin Dudash. I'm the co-founder and senior advisor here at PSC, and I am so excited to share with you the best of inspiring content from our in-person conference this June. Almost 200 people joined us in Boulder, Colorado this spring for our 6th annual two-day conference, and 2023 marked our first time hosting the conference back in person since 2019. Perhaps it was because of this, because it was our first time back, or because 2023 also marks a significant 10-year milestone for us since we were founded. But this year was more magical than ever before. When we asked attendees if they plan to come back next time, over 90% said they're likely, very likely, or wouldn't miss it. Truthfully, I'm not sure the Pet Sustainability Coalition can really take all the credit for the incredible gathering that this event has become over the years. It's a blend of inspiring content from leading sustainable brands, these actionable workshops that really equip attendees to take action when they return to their business, and this purpose-driven, innovative crowd that gathers every 2 years that makes our networking unparalleled. When we shifted Impact Unleashed to virtual in 2020, our attendee list grew by more than 4x. We know that it isn't feasible or affordable for our entire community to gather in person here in Boulder. And that's why we remain committed to creating a more equitable access to sustainable business education through this virtual attendance option. And after evaluating feedback from attendees, we have taken the best of content and made it available to you so that you can keep up with the quickly advancing topic of sustainability from wherever you are. Now, if you look here on the right, this is a word cloud, and it helps to gather all of the individual words and identify patterns when people respond to the question, what did you like most about Impact Unleashed this year? And you can see a whole blend of things in this word bubble, from inspiring content to ingredients, and our focus on ingredient content. Chris Bentley, who I'm so excited will be joining you for his session today. Inspiring, coming together, networking. So some of what makes Impact Unleashed translates well to a virtual opportunity. And that's why we're bringing our keynote speakers, many of our TED speakers, and other content to you. But there's a few things that don't translate well in a virtual setting. Hour-and-a-half long workshops where we're really working through content. We won't be able to bring those to you today. But excitingly, we are bringing our networking sessions that make this conference such a unique one in the industry. And we've asked our keynote speakers to join us for a live Q&A sessions so that you can ask questions in real time. So let's get started. Let me orient you to the next couple of days. First, today, 9 to 12, today and tomorrow, so that's our time frame. You can hop in and hop out or plug in for the whole time. We're hoping we can leave you with that half day to get your other pressing work done as well. But today we'll have Paula Alexander from Burt's Bees and her keynote. We'll also be joined by Repurpose Global. We'll have our breakout sessions. We'll have Auden Schendler from the Aspen Skiing Company. And then the top rated session was our co-founder, Chris Bentley, talking about how he has his own personal journey in founding the Pet Sustainability Coalition and how he maintains positivity and optimism within a career focused on climate. How about tomorrow? Tomorrow, again, that same 9 to 12 schedule. We'll be starting bright and early at 9 a.m. With our welcome, and then Tina Owens really talking about soil and climate, but also nutrition and what is the blend and overlap of nutrition in the sustainability movement. Then we'll have a couple of our TED-style talks from Open Farm, as well as pet waste and how to manage pet waste across the United States. We'll then have those incredible breakout sessions where you all get to interact with one another. Dave Carter from the Flower Institute will be talking about a new model for equitable processing across the United States. Then we'll get an update from Allie Bowden on our team about PSC's packaging work, and then we'll close out at 11:45. So while a virtual event can never really match the experience of our community in person, we hope that this content inspires you to take a step out of working in the day-to-day and instead focus on driving forward a business that not only delivers profits, but also sustains and builds prosperity for people and the natural resources that your business consumes. Thank you so much to our sponsors for supporting this event. Truly, without them, this event would not be possible. Now, before I hand you over to Paula at Burt's Bees, I want to share more about what we do here at the Pet Sustainability Coalition, and I want to bring you along on our first 10-year journey, our first 10 years in our journey to advance pet businesses through environmental and social practices. You can see here, it's been our first 10 years. We started with just 8 founding member companies: Westpaw, I and Love and You, Cardinal Pet Care, Worldwise, Only Natural Pet, Petco, Planet Dog, and Kong. Our mission has not changed from the beginning. It's really, how do we advance pet businesses through providing them with the tools, the knowledge, the inspiration, and the implementation support to integrate profitable environmental and social practices within their business. But today we serve almost 200 different companies. We have representation through the entire supply chain, which enables and allows us to do truly impactful work that's not just good for one company, but work that's good for the entire supply chain. You can see our largest representation here is in brands, both food and treat brands, as well as manufacturers, but our highest growth areas are with suppliers and also in the retail community. We have members in 42 states and across 16 countries, so we're a global organization. And we were founded to solve a key problem. What we recognized in 2013 is that the expectations for sustainability were increasing rapidly. And at the same time, only 22% of pet industry professionals across the industry ranked their own program as effective. And so the Pet Sustainability Coalition really came in to develop the tools and the resources and the implementation support to bridge this gap. How do we serve businesses so that they can integrate sustainability in a profitable way for their business? We encourage companies to complete an assessment that helps to understand, where are we doing well? Where do we have opportunities to improve? And it's not an assessment that PSC has created, but we have partnered using the SDG Action Manager, which is part of the Sustainable Development Goals developed by the United Nations. So it's a global assessment. And we've had over 162 different companies complete this assessment as part of their understanding of where their business is performing today in terms of both environmental and social sustainability. You can see we've completed over 126 different implementation projects to help companies identify and improve, not on sustainability defined by any other business, but really looking at their business, what's most important to them, and how can they improve. Our events and education, just like Impact Unleashed. You can see that more than 9,000 people have accessed our education, whether that's our 2-day conferences like this. We also have a packaging conference, or our online education, completely free and open to the public as well. Beyond our education, we also focus on collaboration. How do we help to pioneer solutions to our biggest environmental issues? This helps to explain some of our packaging work. So one of our primary pillars of focus is on packaging. We also look at sustainable ingredients, as well as social responsibility, diversity, equity, and inclusion for the pet industry. So PSC is proudly home to Flex Forward, which was the first pilot to collect post-consumer recycled bags and treats from pet companies of all kinds back in 2020, and we've established a model for expansion of this nationally. We're also home to the PSC Packaging Pledge, which is a pathway for companies to make a commitment to move toward recyclable, compostable, and refillable packaging by 2025. On the ingredient side, we've started by developing a foundation, what we're calling the 4-factor framework for sustainable ingredient sourcing. We have identified 4 key factors that help companies and any individual within the industry to understand, how do you measure the sustainability of an ingredient? By looking at its environmental impact, by looking at its social impact, its nutrition, as well as the animal welfare performance of that ingredient. This is available for download in our toolkit for free, and we're soon to be releasing in the next 60 days a how-to guide, which is how do you align your sourcing practices with the 4-factor framework as well. Social responsibility, so our other key pillar of focus as an organization. Really exciting progress in the last 10 years, but this is a snapshot of one of our social responsibility programs, which helped to inspire more than 6,300 actions back in 2020 toward a more diverse, equitable, and inclusive pet industry. Now, before I pass you over, I want to share a little bit about the attendees go back to our conference in person and share that 83% of our attendees who came together at Impact Unleashed were members, and 66% of them were first-time attendees. That's really an incredible number that our audience is really growing and expanding and diversifying. And I'm curious if this statistic may also apply to our virtual attendees. So you're going to see a poll pop up in just a minute. And let us know, is this your first time attending Impact Unleashed? Well, all right, everyone. I'm going to hand you over to our amazing team here at PSC to read the poll results and also welcome Paula Alexander to share her inspiring keynote from Burt's Bees.